Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about the dressing room topic and why we need to be mindful of the time that we spend back there while at work. And I know I've done some previous videos on this in the past, but I just want to talk about it a little bit more today in depth. And let me be clear, I used to be this girl when I first started dancing, and I feel like when you're new, inexperienced, and a little slightly naive, I can understand why you spend more time in the dressing room and why why it happens. So I feel like if you're not naturally like a super extrovert, that this job can be a little bit harder to learn the ropes as quickly, just because of the amount of conversating you have to do, the talking to strangers, going up to strangers and starting conversations, asking strangers for money, learning how to talk to people, finessing people. Like, it is a lot, and this is a super intimidating job, and not everybody could do what we do. And I also feel like sometimes some newer girls think that, or even maybe some girls that have some experience, they have this mindset that if there isn't a lot of people out on the floor, that means that there's no money. That if there's not a crowd of people, that there's no point in sitting on the floor. I will always stand behind the statement that I always say about how it only takes one person to make your night, and how you don't need 500 people or even 50 people or even 10 people to make a lot of money. It only takes one guy. And when you sit in the dressing room or spend a lot of time back there, you are really limiting yourself on the money that you're making, because I guarantee you are missing a lot of opportunities that you don't even realize, and you are essentially giving away your time for free to whatever it is that you are doing back there. Okay, so I understand the girls that work at bigger clubs that do longer shifts. Breaks are definitely mandatory in those types of situations, but the majority of us, I'm assuming, work at clubs where our shifts are a lot shorter, or we have more freedom to come and go as we please. So I am talking to those girls rather than the ones that do longer shifts. But if you're spending more than like 5 minutes back in the dressing room, that is honestly way too much time. Freshening up, changing your outfit, checking your makeup and all that stuff, obviously good. You definitely should be doing that. But when I say missed opportunities, I mean, there are a lot of times where guys just make these like split-second decisions, okay? Like literally come out of left field and just decide out of nowhere that maybe they want to just give you some money. Maybe that one guy in the club comes over to you and just decides and just like asks you if you want to do a champagne room out of nowhere. Or maybe he comes up to you and hands you $100 bill. Or I mean, there's just so many things that could happen. Also, a guy could walk in that has money, and if you're not sitting there on the floor monitoring this, you will miss that opportunity, because the next girl that's probably knows who he is going to snag him. By the time you get out of the dressing room to see what's going on, he's going to be gone with her. Okay, so this happens a lot, and I have observed this many times when I've been sitting on the floor and I've had these types of situations happen to me, and I just kind of like go, wow, all these girls that just sat in the back just totally missed this opportunity of this guy that I now have because I was sitting here like waiting for this to happen. Okay, so ladies, just remember, you are better off sitting doing nothing on the floor rather than sitting and doing nothing back in the dressing room talking to your friends, because there is no money to be made in the dressing room. Nobody ever made $1 sitting in the dressing room, okay? Like, I literally, no stripper could ever say that. Okay, the money is always on the floor, ladies, okay? Remember, split-second decisions. These guys sometimes will come at you out of nowhere and you're gonna be like, wow, I am so glad I listened and decided to stay on the floor. Okay, so if you ladies have any further questions, feel free to leave it down below, and I will see you in the next video.